Alarm Will Sound, going back to our Acoustica album, 20 years ago, has been really interested in the creativity that exists in the electronic music world and finding ways to take that and harness that and let it inspire us for the work that we do as acoustic musicians.
I always felt really close to that mission because my own music has always been about bringing electronics and acoustic worlds together, which I think have a lot to form each other about. So it was always an ensemble that I aspired to work with. So I'm excited that it's finally happening.
What's really interesting about Daniel is that he is really, in a way that I think is unlike maybe anyone else we've worked with, is equally skilled as an electronic music producer and as a composer of instrumental music. And Daniel wanted to do sort of both sides of that himself. He wanted to create a piece that was envisioned as both an electronic work and an acoustic work from the beginning.
The electronic music had its own kind of will and wanted to do its own thing, and certain things that just would not necessarily make sense in a hall. When you're panning your track and, making something here and here, you're not necessarily sure that you can have the trombone coming from there and then the sax coming from, there's certain limitations in the hall as well.
The electronic version of the piece is like really warm and rich and full of reverb. And it's cool to see how Daniel's taken that very electronic sound and translated it into the acoustic world of the piece that we're playing. And there are these really beautiful waves of sound that go up and down the whole ensemble. That is something that's really interesting to see in the piece, is the ways in which these two versions, the electronic and the acoustic, both are sort of mirrors of each other, but are also at the same time different.
When you're producing an electronic track or something that's meant to be heard, you're producing the final project. As you're making it, it's becoming final. Whereas there's the extra step when you're writing concert music, the extra step is that you're putting it in the hands of the conductor, you're putting it in the hands of the instrumentalists, and a lot of things can change and will change in terms of the rehearsal process.
The piece that Daniel's written for us is really, really beautiful. And in these first experiences with it, it's been lovely just to be in this gorgeous atmosphere that the piece creates.